welcome back to my channel. Today I have more of a serious topic and conversation video to talk to you guys about. I usually don't get very deep in stuff, but I figured I would talk about this. I am not no tea person. I do not gossip. I do not believe in any of those things. I don't think they're very nice. And I don't like any of them, and I don't watch any of that. I don't even watch the news anymore because all the news does is promote bad stuff. Nothing ever good, and if it is good, it's always ableist. So, I am here to talk about a topic about Gabi DeMartino. This is no shade to her. This is me not being mean or anything. I'm gonna talk in a very nice manner, and I'm gonna talk without, having to say super harsh words. Well, they might be directed, but just the whole situation has gotten out of hand for the most part. And if you don't know who Gabi DeMartino is, she is Fancy Vlogs by Gab here on YouTube. And I'm only talking about this because I did post a vlog earlier. It was at the end of summer. It was in August of this year, and it was one of the best highlights of my year, to be quite honest, because I am a fan of Gabi. I love her. I love her style. I love her luxury life. I love watching her vlogs and stuff, and I like her lifestyle. I like how she lives, and I find it very interesting, and I enjoy it very much. She's been through lots of crazy stuff. There's no doubt about it. But it's fun. It's escape, and I enjoy it all very much. Now, this is not to say that I support what she did. Now, if anybody doesn't know what she did, because I'm pretty sure there's tons of channels out there already that have already talked about this and probably will be dragging it out for a very long time, which is something I do not keep up with. I'm not going to be someone that's going to follow stories for months on end, because that is draining. That's putting energy where I do not need to insert myself. So, Gabi told everybody she was making an OnlyFans account, where I feel like she very much stated what she was gonna post on OnlyFans. She very much stated in her vlogs that when she made, or I think she was also tweeting it on Twitter as well, on her Twitter account, that when she made the OnlyFans account, she was gonna post content on there that would get demonetized if it was uploaded onto YouTube or taken off Instagram. So she was I very much believe she knew what she was doing, but I think there's a certain line where the problem is, but she very much knew what kind of content was going to be posted on this OnlyFans. And from what I'm getting at, that OnlyFans is pretty much a service where people, people have said it's for sex workers, or I guess things like that. She knew what kind of content was going to go on there. The problem is, I think there's, and I feel like this is with a lot of influencers. A lot of influencers have young fans. So I didn't want this whole video to just be about Gabi, but to really state the point about young kids being on the internet was something I've been wanting to touch on to begin with. And one of the things that there's a big problem with is there's a lot of young fans who are watching influencers who are in their mid-20s and 30s, for the most part, that I have gathered. And that's kind of somewhere where the problem lies. And I'm not quite sure why this is, why young kids want to watch people that are in their 20s. They're like full-grown adults who are gonna do adult things. They can't really revert back to doing, teen-like or childhood things. They could talk about it, of course, I guess, experience-wise, but it's not something you can try to make yourself be in that sense. Now, here's the thing. I'm 25 years old and I do not look 25. So a lot of people mistake me a lot for still being in high school. I get this all the time. I get questions asked if I'm still in school. People think I still look like I'm in high school because that's how young I look. Now, while I do like looking young because I'm gonna age nicely when I am older, but you know, I'm also disabled. I have spina bifida, so that's part of the reason why I also do look very young. I'm also very petite and short, so there's that. So, but I try my very best, like, you know, with fashion wise, trying to make myself look somewhat a little bit older and put together. That's how I try to make myself look a little bit more serious in that aspect. And it's still hard for me to be taken seriously, because I look so young and stuff. And even though people do know my age and stuff when I tell them and when I was born, you know, I'm still not taken seriously because they just look at me instead of listening to what I have to say. So, the problem was that Gabi posted stuff on, you know, OnlyFans, and somehow young teens or young children are getting onto this. Now, I don't understand how that is possible. Like, I don't understand why young kids constantly being online are lying about their age. That's a problem that I can't understand why. Because all of these websites usually have restrictions for a certain age that you can go on to these things. But everybody lies. Quote from House. I love House. Okay, so everybody lies. That's kind of where I feel, because I'm very worried about this, and this also changed how I felt about me putting kids online. Once YouTube talked about, remember, I literally freaked out when YouTube announced this. What was it, earlier? Was it earlier this year or something like that? That they changed that, you know, there was going to be restrictions on, you had to, like, on YouTube, you have to mention, like, if this video is made for kids or not, or your channel was made for kids or not. That freaked me out. You don't know how panicked I was when I got the email about that. I was trying to follow that story for so many weeks or how many months it was dragging on for about. You have no idea how panicked I was. I even contacted my cousin who was a lawyer because I was so, like, unsure of what I was supposed to do. I was like, I don't know anything. Like, these are not things you're taught when you are online. Like, I know that there are, you know, certain things and things like that. I know about protecting children online and stuff, but there was, like, YouTube and children is a whole nother story. And that's why I was so wanting to talk about this with the Gabi thing, because it did bring a lot of light to that there's a lot of young children online. And they're going on websites they should not be on. And that's the issue. So, Gabi, you know, posted a video with a vague context. That's where the problem lies, and I think some people are taking it a little bit too far, but it's also with things trying to dread up more stuff than there needs to be. But Gabi posted a video of her as a child, as a toddler. I'm not sure what age, but toddler stage age, of her flashing the camera. As to why this was filmed, I guess as her as a kid, I don't know. I don't have any childhood videos of me on camera, so they're all photographs. So I don't have anything weird because my mom wasn't like that. But, you know, she posted it on the OnlyFans, which is, you know, a website that's used for, you know, sex workers. You know, I guess, I don't know if pedophiles are on there or not, but I'm guessing maybe they are. I don't really pay attention to a lot of these things because I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into like these weird things that people do. I guess it's weird. I don't know. It's kind of like a really weird and almost, I guess, strange topic to talk about, but she posted it on there with a vague context, you know, description of that she wasn't going to put her panties on, you know, and you would expect that this was going to be about Gabi as an adult posting that, you know, of her as an adult, you know, saying she wouldn't put panties on and stuff. But she posted herself as a child and made people pay for that, like a $3 fee. And so people bought it, they saw the video, and that's where the problem lies, because it's kind of like conning. I don't think it's seriously conning, but she did trick people and had a vague context of what it was about. Now, here's the thing. The thing that I am glad about is that it wasn't about it. She didn't post another child, so people are acting like she murdered somebody when she didn't. So that's where I kind of get anxious and stuff about, because I didn't feel very good the next day, because I started reading all the comments and stuff that people were posting, and I was very uncomfortable, and I wasn't feeling well after that. The day after this happened, because I just read everything, and people were being so disgusting and vulgar towards Gabi, just with their language, and they were also using ableist language, and that's where I do not feel sympathy for nobody. When you start using ableist language in your writings, saying that she's tone deaf and things like that, those are ableist languages, because people are already, there are people in this world who are actually deaf that cannot hear, and when you use words like that, that is ableism. That's being so ableist that I have no respect for that. I have no respect. People have used ableist language towards me my entire life, and I do not tolerate that. Like, I do not like it one, ever so bit. I don't like that. So I can't feel sorry for you if you're gonna write vulgar, nasty things because you act like she posted about another child on the internet when it was about herself. Now, should she be posting about herself doing something towards the camera and flashing it and tricking people with a vague context of posting it and having people pay for that? No, I don't think that's right. I don't know what Gabi's going through. You don't know what Gabi's going through. Maybe she's going through something and she really thought that maybe people would get her humor in the situation when there's not a whole lot of people that maybe get Gabi. The thing that I'm worried about for Gabi, and yes, I'm allowed, I do feel things towards certain people, and I like Gabi. The only thing I do not really am so hung up about is that she does post a little bit of too much sexual, or she talks about sexuality a little bit too much. Not in the sense that we should not be talking about it, because we should be. We should be, talking about, sexual stuff. As long as she's gonna help somebody in the end, maybe. But I don't like pranking jokes about sexuality. I don't like the whole baby pranking stuff on the internet that has gone around for a while. I don't like those things. I don't appreciate those things. I think those things are way too much. Like, I like if you post like a video of like a lingerie haul, like if you're like gonna be helping people find like the right kind of lingerie to wear, that I am appreciative of. Because I'm always looking for nice, classy, kind of very cute, luxury, kind of lingerie and stuff. Those kinds of things are helpful. But I just don't like, I guess, people showing too much. Like, a lot of people on the internet have lost their dignity from showing too much of themselves. And they haven't left any room for mystery. And I watched a video recently of a woman, you know, she's a very classy, elegant lady. And she does talk about, you know, about dressing modestly and stuff like that. Her channel is inspired by Nikki, and I love her to death. She's so beautiful. And so I do watch a lot of her videos and stuff, and she talks about like wearing dresses and dressing modestly, which is something I very much like. As you guys can tell, look at this. I am wearing a skirt. I feel so good today. I feel very good. But the thing is, you know, people have lost their dignity on the internet of sharing too much and showing too much of themselves. You know, and I'm not happy that Gabi did what she did. It's not very right. But do I believe she needs to be thrown in like jail when we're like in a pandemic and they're probably overflooded? People are probably getting sick in there, which I do not like. You know, people should not be having to go through that. If Gabi is really going through something, you know, mentally, I would want her to get the proper help, which you really would not get, most likely, in jail, to be quite honest, if we're putting it lightly. And she has health problems, and that's something I am serious about. You know, a lot of people have, this is something I also wanted to talk about for a while too, because I'm sick and tired of people just telling her things over the years of, you know, they were forcing her to get pregnant or to tell her to get married already. And you all have like really forgotten that she has health problems that can affect her pregnancy, in case nobody had noticed. The only reason why I know these things is because I do kind of research a couple of, you know, I do know some things about during certain chronic illnesses and stuff, just because I'm disabled as well, and I do follow other people that do have either chronic illnesses or they're disabled. So I know these certain things, and some of these, you know, some things can go hand in hand, you know, with these things. And that's one of the things that bothered me for a very long time while watching Gabi, was all of that pressure. And so I just wanted to get that out there in this video, because that bothered me for a while. And I don't think a lot of people realize that she might be going through something that we don't know. We don't know what goes on behind when she's off camera. We don't know what happens. You know, and people say they want to take mental health seriously. How can you take mental health seriously when you want to throw people in jail when when they haven't even been evaluated for if they are okay, if they are, you know, mentally okay? Like, you don't know what's going on. We've all faced trauma, and I think that's something people forget. We all have trauma that we have experienced and have tried to deal with in one way or another. Sometimes we can do some crazy, maybe crazy thing that we might not be able to take back. Let's be honest. I've been through trauma from being disabled and stuff, and from being in and out of the hospitals and having surgeries all of my life. I've experienced that so much. And I've experienced the stress of being disabled. I've experienced that stress, and it's not fun. Like, I have really high days, and I have really bad low days. There are some days where I don't get out of the bed because that's just how bad it can get, you know? People have to deal with things in their lives. Are we going to deal with them all the same way? No. That's like the point of life. Like, nobody deals with everything the same way. And I want so much goodness for Gabi. I know she can be really good. I was so happy when I got to see her in August on the Music Fest, thing live. Yeah, it was a Music Fest live for her promoting her Beautiful Mess album. I paid for that with my own money. I was so happy. I was like over the moon, and my family saw it. They were so happy for me. And here's the thing. I have talked to my mom so much about YouTube drama or influencers that have gotten into trouble or things like that over the years. And my mom just looks at me now and she's just like, really? My mom doesn't really care, to be quite honest, because she's not on YouTube. She doesn't sit here on the internet for a living, which that's great. So, a lot of people put their energy where it shouldn't be. And trust me, there's so much bigger problems happening in the world right now that, what Gabi did was wrong. She shouldn't have tricked people, into buying a childhood video of herself, flashing the camera. She shouldn't have done that. I'm pretty sure the worst that they maybe could do is they'll give her a fine maybe to pay, maybe that's what they would do. But throwing her in jail, she didn't harm nobody. She didn't harm no child. Well, some kids maybe have seen it because they were on a website that they shouldn't be on. And that's kind of the problem that I don't really like on the internet, is that we have a lot of young children who are either who are, wanting to be YouTubers, and so they are starting out at a young age. But there's just so many of them watching people that are older than them, expecting them to act like them. And I think that's kind of true. Because here's the thing, from my experience, when I would go out and play down the street of my childhood home, which is not where I live in an apartment currently, but in my childhood home where I lived with my grandparents and stuff, right down the street was a playground where all the kids would play and stuff. And so I was always the oldest playing with the younger kids. And that was like that for a while. Because me as like a young kid of some sort, and I was playing with kids younger than me, because I had a hard time making friends. I had a hard time getting along with people just because I was disabled and stuff. People wanted to get into arguments with me. It's a whole big thing. But, young kids always seemed attracted to me because of how young I looked, even though I was older than them in actuality. And so just a lot of young kids wanted to be around me because I kind of almost looked like I could have been maybe one of them because I looked so young. So I kind of understand that in maybe some aspect. But as I've gotten older, I'm 25 right now. I'll be 26 in May. I'm so excited. I'm kind of excited, but I'm at my mid-20s, here in life. I can say I made it to my mid-20s, and I'm thriving. I'm kind of thriving. I'm not doing too much of anything right now, but Alyssa's trying very hard. The thing is, I don't know what kids expect from adults that are following these, that are like in their 20s or almost like 30s. Most of who I watch now on YouTube or on the internet these days, they're either in their very late 20s or very early 30s. Because I found out that I didn't want to watch younger people anymore, or kind of sort of people kind of like my age. I watch maybe a couple people my age, but I like watching older people because of maturity and stuff. And just, I have a very different taste than what I did a long time ago. Like, I watch like a lot of videos on how to be like classy and elegant these days. So that's kind of where I'm at in my life of wanting to learn. And I watch a lot of like videos on like adulting because I'm an adult and they don't teach you these things in school, unfortunately. So that's kind of like the thing, is that there's a lot of young kids watching adults, and it's kind of a bit of a problem in some sorts, because they can't expect these adults to act like their younger self. There's just like no way that can happen. They can't go back to who they were as a younger person. So I don't know. I don't know why that is on the internet, that this happens. But it does, and there needs to be, I think, stricter guidelines maybe for kids that want to go on the internet or go onto certain websites, but like some kind of identification maybe system. But they just have so much access, and a lot of them lie. Parents don't watch them, and things like that. And that's kind of where the bigger problem lies ahead, because there's just so many of them on the internet following a lot of older people, which, you know, it's kind of almost nice in some sorts, but younger kids don't really understand a whole lot of what adults are, you know, really going through in life. So it's kind of hard. I don't know how younger kids and older adults in that situation, you know, can interact like that. I don't know. I don't know. I've tried. I don't know. It's a very, very weird kind of, situation in some sorts that needs to be fixed and stuff like that. But I love Gabi. I want her to realize. I hope she realizes what she did. I want her to realize what she's done. It isn't right what she did, and I'm not condoning it, but a lot of people have been just too very vulgar, and honestly, in this situation, like, just dreading up more stuff than needs to be done in some aspect. And I don't like it. And I did send a tweet out to Gabi, and I did post it on my Instagram. So I will read to you what I did right, because unfortunately, unlike a lot of people here on the interwebs, I was able to write a nice comment. Well, I wrote a tweet thread. You know, without having to curse or resort to bad language. Like, I didn't say anything super vulgar like a lot of these people, and a lot of these people were yelling and just like attacking her like she was like a criminal of some sort. And I just didn't like that, and I was like, I'm gonna be the only person here that can write a nice statement, probably. So I will read you what I wrote to her, and things like that. So I wrote, "Hello, my beautiful. I'm writing this to you in a calm state, as this was triggering to me, causing me to have anxiety to know you do something so heinous as this. I had to wait to write this, as I didn't want to yell. Lashing out in anger doesn't help, and actually makes me sick to do so, because of me being disabled with spina bifida. So I do not yell or I've been trying a whole lot, not doing that kind of stuff, yelling or freaking out as much, because it does make me sick. It really does take a lot out of my body, and it makes me like have headaches and stuff. So I'm a very calm person, or I try to be. So I also wrote, posting a video of you as a child with a vague, out of context caption on OnlyFans and charging money for it is very much considered a felony for distributing child porn. I'm very concerned for you posting too much sexual content because it's getting a bit out of hand. I don't know what trauma you've gone through that makes you have these thoughts, but I do hope you get some help. I do think women should have self-love and pleasure, but maybe you are expressing a little too much online, which is a cause for concern. Gabi, you and I are both 25 years old, born in May of 1985, yet we act completely different. I have never been kissed or intimate with someone, so I don't know what that kind of pleasure is like, but I think there are better and more beautiful ways to being intimate emotionally rather than physically. I do not wish harm upon you, and I really do hope you learn from this, and if the next absurd thing you try to post and you aren't sure about it, please ask your boyfriend, sisters, or parents. I'm very disappointed with you. And the last I wrote was, you sure do live a beautiful, messy life. Please do better. Sending you lots of love. Have a beautiful and magical day. And that's usually my closing that I wrote on a lot of things. Because I a very well composed person, and I like to write nice things. So that was a nice statement that I wrote, and I'm very happy with what I wrote. I addressed my concerns, and I don't want her to be harmed. And in this situation, a lot of people are wishing that for her, and that's something I don't like. I find that very concerning that a lot of people want harm upon her in this situation, but that is just so unbelievable that people go to these extremes to think like that. That's putting out so much negativity, so much hate, instead of addressing something in a much constructed, nicer manner. Like, I don't understand why people have to resort to these just disgusting, hatefulness. Like, instead, can you be like a little bit more, composed, like when you write something, and a little bit more classy in that sort? Like, I just don't understand how people can be like this. I don't like it, and I'm wishing all the best for her. I'm wishing all the best for Gabi. And people, you can not like what I had to say or whatnot, but I'm a good person. I do not say mean, awful things to people. I don't. And I've been like this my whole life. And I was bullied a lot in school, and I let people just really go at me, and I never really spoke up like I probably should have and stuff, because I was always afraid of being called that I was the one being mean and being the bully when I didn't do anything wrong. So that was something that really I've just been instilled with, of not having to be mean towards people in that situation. If you want people to treat you with respect, then you have to treat others with respect. And so I still love Gabi. I don't support what she did, but I am still her fan. Whether people are gonna like it or not, I just hope she can learn from this and do better, and I hope she gets any proper help that she is, if she's going through something. That's all I want for her, because I don't know what she's going through that made her want to think about posting that, and you don't either. So you can't sit there and judge people. There are much more crazier and things that have happened here on the influencer thing, especially with family vloggers, the whole Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Tati's, all of those people that are just have been around, that we've been talking about for months. None of them got, you know, especially some of the family vloggers that did crazy, outrageous things, and like the whole Shane Dawson and stuff. They're not in jail for doing what they did, and so it's like, why are you so hung up on putting her when there's all these other people who have incriminating things that did things online and were exposed and things like that? And especially the family vloggers. This is why I don't watch family vloggers, because family vloggers have exploited their children way too many times, and from a lot of the ones that have been online, did crazy things. Like, I was so upset what happened to the little autistic boy that was abused by what was her name? Micah Stauffer, I think that's how you say her name. I was upset with that situation so much. I did not like that situation at all, and said that she rehomed him. I don't condemn like rehoming disabled people, and she wants to adopt more disabled kids. I don't find that quite great as well. And then the whole Shane Dawson thing, he should have been in jail, because he doesn't take himself seriously. Nobody takes himself seriously. He throws around his medical thing like it's a freaking joke. Like, that really disturbs me, that he just doesn't take his medical health seriously. So I can't feel sorry for him in this aspect, because he doesn't take it seriously and just throws his pills around saying, here's my pills, and you know, he doesn't take any of his mental health seriously, and I don't support that at all in any aspect. So there are some bigger people here on the internet that deserve being that should not be on the internet more than what I think Gabi did, to be quite honest. Because I just want her to get some proper help if she needs it, and things like that. So, and that's my stance on, I guess, kids being on the internet. It's why I don't show a whole lot of kids, except for the holidays and stuff, and birthdays. That's when I put them here on my channel, and things like that. But there needs to be stricter rules for kids being on the internet, I think. Really does. But I don't know. I don't know what I can tell. I don't know what else I can tell you, because all the people that have been incredibly rude towards the situation, I literally would not be friends with any of you. I wouldn't. And I guess you wouldn't be friends with me then. So, I guess there's that. On a brighter note, since I did want to film this video because I will be doing a review on her perfume. I did get it in the mail. So in case anybody's wondering, because this is the next thing everybody's talking about, that it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's here. It's really real. Guys, it's the holiday season. Packages are going to be delayed. I'm still waiting on packages and stuff like that. You know, post office is going to be, you know, overflowing during the holiday season. So I did do the pre-order on November 13th to get the Beautiful Mess perfume from Gabi DeMartino. I'm so excited. I can't wait to do a video and review it for you guys, because I've been wanting this so badly. Gosh, Gabi and I have like the aesthetic of talking about beautiful a lot. But I did get this on December 10th, in case anybody's wondering. Yeah. I got this on December 10th, So it's here. And I was so excited because I also posted my Instagram stories of this, and Gabi reposted me, and I was like so over the moon. It made my day. And I was having a very crappy week because Mother Nature came a-calling. Mother Nature's still here as I'm filming this. It's the 13th of December as I'm filming this. I can't wait to open it. So I hope you guys are excited because this video is going to be coming really soon. I'm really excited. It's still all sealed and stuff in the plastic, but it's here. It's just sitting. It's just been sitting with my other perfumes and fragrances. But I was so excited. Oh my gosh. This was my Christmas gift to myself. It was like my big purchase because I spent the most on this Christmas gift for myself, and I bought myself some other Christmas gifts, which you'll see in my Christmas, what I got for Christmas video. But this was my big purchase of a gift. I was like, and I know it's gonna come early and stuff, but I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to have it. And the commercial for it is so beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh, when you see me happy and talking about things that I love, that's the energy I want to possess. Don't you want to possess that kind of energy too? Don't you want to possess really good, hyped up energy instead of all that negativity? Like I'm tired of being in a negative headspace. I'm really tired of it because I can't be in that. I can't be in that space anymore. I can't be in that space, especially of me being disabled and stuff and having to deal with so much over the time, because some days I'm okay, some days I'm not okay because of my disability. So when I can look at things and think about things that are really good in my life, I'm going to be in a happy mood. I'm not going to talk about the bad and negative stuff because I've been through stuff. And I'm not going to sit there and wallow in it or keep looking at it and keep following it and things like that. No, I'm not going to let things ruin. I'm not letting anything get ruined for me. No, no, no. So that is going to be coming soon. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So that's going to be coming very soon. Hopefully soon. Of me opening that, but I'm really excited about it. Oh, I'm very excited. So, Beautiful Mess perfume. I'm so excited. And plus, I'm really excited for the album to come out because I know there's gonna be some truth spoken in it. Well, she's already spoken so much truth in her music about who she is. So, I'm excited. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what. I guess you can enjoy it or somewhat, but I hope it was some insight into how I felt about the situation. I do not talk about drama. I don't get into drama. I just wanted to address this because I am a fan of Gabi's. I did post the vlog. In case you missed it, I'll put the link in the description box if you want to go watch it with me meeting her. And I also wanted to post this video because I am going to review the perfume and stuff. So I thought I would talk about it before I talked about her perfume and stuff like that. Plus, I also really want to do a reaction to the Beautiful Mess album when it comes out. I would really like to do that. That's like really, because I've never done one of those things before, but I'm really excited about trying to do it. So, I'm excited. I feel really good today. Well, even though Mother Nature is still here, but today I feel really good. When you put on a good outfit and you get into a good headspace and you just put your makeup on, I feel real good. It's a real good day. Real good. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It gives me a lot of help if you thumbs this video up. So, thank you so much for watching again. Happy holidays. I am sending you all lots of love. And until next time, have a beautiful and magical day. Bye.